Welcome to 2K Sports. We're ready to brighten the weekend with some Saturday night basketball. Along with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce will be with us courtside. Looking at the starting five for Boston. They've got Johnson, and it's Ainge in at the 2. And for Albuquerque, we've got Dwight Howard, and it's Duncan in at the 4. Tip-off goes to the Celtics. To the paint. Here's Tatum. Ooh, Tatum slams it home.
And so much power out of Tatum. Look at the elevation.
Here's George. Ooh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
It's his first trip to the line. The first one falls.
And you got to give Paul George credit for his mental toughness. There's always lots of chatter out there, but he tunes it out and just focuses on his game.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Now here's Johnson. Bird passes to McHale. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. First trip to the line for him here. And he knocks down the first one. And that's good as he hits both shots.
And the big fella with the skill level, showing a soft touch at the line.
Rodman the pass to George. Shot from the wing. And the jumper is good.
And that's the versatility of George. He does it from long range, mid-range, and at the rim.
Johnson with it. Outside Tatum. Pass to Bird. Shot is up.
You got it.
Too long on the shot. Here's Duncan, hounded by Tatum. The offensive rebound. Back to Howard. Tatum with a steal. Fast break. Here we go. Here's McHale. And the finish on the break with the slam.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Now here's Howard. The quick look, no good that time.
Good idea with the fadeaway, but the defense was just all over it.
The shot by Johnson, no good.
Great opportunity. Just couldn't complete the play.
Yeah, that's one he'd like to have back. Those are the opportunities you have to convert. Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Tatum passes to Johnson. And he gets it back. Second chance effort. Good work there as it goes.
Got his man all tangled up. I mean, serious crossover.
Howard. Here's Duncan. And counted from 19 feet away. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. Up top, Tatum. To the inside.
Put it back.
And it's Bird missing.
Tremendous defensive effort. Saving a bucket right there.
Well, he's such a competitor at that end of the floor. Never takes a possession off.
Here's Duncan. And he nails the jumper.
Timeout.
Now, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. If he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
And Boston calls time here. Boston on offense. Trailing by 2. In transition, here they come.
Oh, come on, hit that, man. Come get it.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in.
Who got ball?
Here's Rodman. Yes, on the jumper. Rodman's got his second basket of the night.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Ames, the pass to Johnson. Can't connect from short range. Albuquerque leading by 4. Here's Rodman. Here's Reed. And there's the bucket. Staying with it that time. Offensive glass getting it done.
Making the most of that possession. Unwilling to give up on the play.
Every trip up the floor gets more and more important.
Yes, indeed. They badly want to stop the bleeding here.
Outside Johnson. 1:10 left in the opening quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Here's McHale. And the layup is good off the glass. McHale's got 6.
And this is right in his wheelhouse. Hitting the boards and cashing in.
Well, this is what he's known for. Attacking the glass and getting some second chance points.
Incredible work right there on the glass. Just doing all he can to extend that lead.
Hey, once you got him on the ropes, keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of it.
Here's Wilkins. Still without a bucket. Here's Arenas. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Well, he got to his spot in the mid-range, and that's a shot he's going to make more often than not.
We've got a 9-second difference between the times and game clock.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Rodman, no good. Boston trails by 6. Here's Ainge. Got a hand on it. Here's the break. He goes up. Down on the breakaway jam.
And the defense had no chance trying to stop him there, just punishing them on the break.
Oh, a deep 3 from Tatum. They get it back.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight. And the first one at the line is good. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Good on both. And so it's Albuquerque leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Defense is setting the tone. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, guys, what we've seen from Albuquerque so far, what's your take?
But simple. Rebounding made all the difference in the first quarter. They really got after it.
Hey, look, it's simple. More
Oh, he puts it down!
That is incredible.
And this kind of six slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Vincent outside. With his palm. What a defensive play. And they're on the run.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Pass to Parrish. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Count it, good. Duncan's got 6.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on, they're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Here's Duncan. Fades away. Pass to Rodman. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Yes, it's good.
Oh, my. You have to respect the aggressiveness he plays with.
Ooh. Here's McHale. Pass. Nice catch and a resounding dunk.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Here's Rodman. And that's his 4th bucket of the game in 7 attempts.
Ooh, how sick was that, guys? I mean, he makes defenders look silly with moves like that.
And Boston calls time here.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Well, that's the job, right? Your duty as a coach is to finesse your lineups so your guys get the best chance to succeed.
So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Tatum can't hit.
Hard to convert against that kind of defensive pressure.
Yeah, that's the kind of aggressive defense you always want to see on the interior.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Boston. A 12-point game.
Hey, yo, right there. I got your help.
Here's Bird, guarded by Reed. Jason Tatum! Go up and get it!
What a pass and what a slam. Tatum finishing off a pretty alley-oop. Yeah, a strong move to the rack draws that foul.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Albuquerque.
Well, you know, the analytics guys would tell you a team shouldn't be taking this many mid-range shots, but clearly they're shooting them with confidence.
Another thing they're doing right early on tonight is attacking the offensive glass, just outworking the defense and winning second chances at the hoop.
It's rebounded by McHale.
Yeah, he might want to avoid looking over at the bench for a little bit here. A missed dunk like that is infuriating to a coach.
Pass to Bird.
Yo, Miguel!
Deflected! Reed with it. Picked up by Tatum. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And look at those moves in the post and the smooth finish to go along with it.
Just excellent work around the rim. Boston trails by 14. Hill with the steal. Here's Arenas. Oh, nice one-handed slam right there.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to go on Jalen Green. Boston shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter.
Getting up and then throwing it down.
Oh, that was a big hammer right there. So it's Boston now. They trail by 16. Johnson passes to Kite. Back to Johnson. Wing shot on the way. Again, the miss by Boston. And here's Albuquerque now. Green for three. Johnson against Howard. Here's Roy. Over Johnson. Roy's shot is good. Roy's got 4 points this quarter.
He means business. Unlikely to be a comeback on his watch.
Well, this is how you shut the door, right? You keep making good shots and you build the lead.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Kite. Oh, Green with a block. And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go.
Yo, Johnson!
26 seconds left in the first half of this one. 2 on the clock. Here's Bird. Offensive board. Tatum. That won't fall. He's just 2 of 5 in this one. Albuquerque leading by 18. Reed goes down. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. Here's Tatum. Again, the miss by Boston. Got it off in time. Good! Without a second to spare.
Oh, you gotta have some real nerves.
And so it's Albuquerque. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. They've got Jalen Green, and it's Howard in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group for Nick Nurse getting going here in the second half. So it's Boston now. Here's Ainge. Nice dish, and the layup goes down.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Here's Arenas. Driving in.
Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion. Arenas has gone 4 of 5 shooting from the field. Shoots over Johnson. Here's Rodman. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And B.A., he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots. Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
And Boston calls time here.
Coach really needs to get his guys fired up and attacking the glass. They're not putting up much of a fight, and it's led to way too many second-chance shots.
Here's Bird. The kick out to Johnson. Pass to Bird. The baseline J, and he hits the jumper. Bird's got his second basket on the night. Stoudemire, the pass to George. Launches a three. Boston pulls it in.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
Kept alive. Howard, the pass to Stoudemire. For three, George on target from range. George has got 7.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
Robbed. Here's Rodman. Denied by Tatum.
There's the length Tatum provides on the defensive side. He can change a game on that end. When you keep your eyes up, good things tend to happen. Excellent pass ahead.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken. That's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Here's Bird. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. On offense, here's Albuquerque. Here's Rodman. He's got it. 6 of 10 now.
He's pouring it on at a nice clip, and the rest of the team is stepping up as well.
And it's Tatum with the ball for the Celtics. Here's Johnson. Second chance shot. And it's Bird missing.
Great anticipation defensively. I love how he turned an easy look into a difficult play.
And that's what you have to do. Protect the house.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Back to Tatum. Three-pointer off the mark.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
And it's Howard finishing it off.
Crashes the glass with authority, then puts it back strong.
Next level, man. This guy's just going out and making a play. .116 left in the third quarter. Vincent up top. Pass to Wedman. Clock at 6. Shoots over Hill. The bank shot, no good. On offense, here's Albuquerque. They're on a 17-6 run. Here's Wilkins. Left side Hill. Here's Roy. Money on the 19-footer. Roy's got 6 points.
Well, he's shooting a high percentage, but not taking enough shots, in my opinion. He needs to be more aggressive on offense.
Kite passes to Seasting. 27 seconds left in the third. No one covering. They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here.
Wedman pulls it in.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
Ooh, poked away. Here's the break. Here's Stoudemire. Down it goes. Jam that one home.
And guys, this is why coaches value playing with pace.
Yeah, they have made the most of their transition chances.
It's tipped. And they're able to recover. Count it. And so it's Albuquerque with an almost surefire victory here. Up 32 at the end of the quarter and dominating. Call off the Dogs. They've been completely dominant. We're headed for a blowout. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Well, he really just helps tie this team together. They know they can count on him to set them up.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court right now for the Celtics. And it's Vincent in at the one.
There's a move for you.
Wow, just showed great creativity on his way to the bucket. And here's Vincent. Step back shot. Tipped. And here's the fast break. Here's King. Gets it home with authority.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Seasting passes to Vincent. Here's Wedman. Check by Hill. Wedman can't get it to go. One side is dominated tonight.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job of imposing their pace and style of play.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Albuquerque.
Well, they've clearly been focused on getting the ball inside. And up to this point, the defense has not had an answer.
You also can't ignore the good job they've done rebounding on the offensive end tonight. That hustle has been well rewarded with second chance points.
Over to the left wing. Hill for 3. Here's Stoudemire. And again, it's Albuquerque missing. Inside. Free throw line jumper. It's hauled in by Hill. Hill's got 4 rebounds now. To the left wing. Here's Harper. They get it again. Second shot opportunity. Count that bucket. Harper's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Wedman, the pass to Seasting. Pass to Parrish. And miss after miss right now. Left side Hill. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Hill's got his first bucket in this one. So it's Boston now. They have yet to score here in the fourth. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Pass to Vincent. Just 5 to shoot. Blocked! Now here's Hill. Driving inside. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
Seasting passes to Vincent. Here's Kite. Pass to Seasting. Back to Vincent. Rodman with a rebound. Rodman's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Here's Harper. Drained it for 2 points.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break, getting the shots they want and converting them.
And he drives in. And that one good. Harper's got 8 points in the quarter.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
Here's Seasting. And they cash it in right away with a quick shot. There's a minute 12 left to play in the fourth. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Here's Seasting. Pass to Wedman. Overhill. A rebound by Stoudemire.
Hey, get on Amari!
Here's Harper. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And he makes the first. And good on the second, so he makes them both. There's 49 seconds left to play in the fourth. Here's Seasting. Down low. Uses the glass on the layup.
Well, you love the unselfishness, makes the next pass, and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Here's Howard. Here's Rodman. Pass to Howard. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. And Walton pulls it down. Here's Seasting. Up again. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
And it's Howard on the drive. That one drops for him.
Hit.
I love the
Pass
way
is
he
good.
went with the bounce pass there.
Hit.
Great
One shot.
awareness.
So it's Boston now. So Albuquerque wins it. They didn't have... Welcome all. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action coming up for you. In this game, we'll see the Lakers against Albuquerque. This is Brian Anderson. Coach Stan Van Gundy, Hall of Famer Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce round out our broadcast crew for this one. The starters for Albuquerque. We've got Paul George, and it's Rodman in at the 4. And for the Lakers, they've got Johnson, and it's Worthy in at the 4-man position. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession.
Magic! Magic!
LeBron!
Hey,
On defense, the visiting team.
Watch the screen!
Just 5 on the clock. Here's Cooper. That's Johnson. Good work defensively by Hill. Here's Rodman. And the powerful one-handed slam.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Back to Johnson. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Another shot. Blocked. He keeps control of the ball. Hill, the pass to Wilkins. The shot. And he misses his first shot. Here's Cooper. Checked by Hill. Johnson against Hill. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. George outside.
Robbie!
Hey, yo,
Pass to Rodman.
right here.
Shot from the top of the key. They grab their own miss. From the arc. Gets the 3 to fall.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Get to him.
Downstream.
Abdul-Jabbar passes to Worthy. From deep, Johnson. Rodman with a rebound. On offense, here's Albuquerque. Here's Duncan. There's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Here's Johnson. After the basket by Albuquerque on the other end. Here's Abdul-Jabbar, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now. First free throw is good. And so he hits both. Here's Wilkins. Pass to Duncan. And they're pushing it up. Down the breakaway slam.
For someone with his scoring numbers, it's remarkable James still makes time to set others up.
Hill. Here's Wilkins, covered by Johnson. And that one's good. Wilkins has got 5 points.
Well, adding a little entertainment to that layup. Could you imagine if he missed it? Coach would have been all over him.
Los Angeles trails by 5. Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking.
Yeah, they just have to be more patient. Less forcing and more passing.
And Los Angeles making a change here. Scott's checked in. Pass to James. Here's Scott from the line. Oh, he clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
I mean, what do you expect when you give him the clear look? That's just too easy.
It is dangerous to let him get it going this early.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
With how good PG-13's jumper is, that is a...
James against George. James passes to Worthy. And they're running. Albuquerque calls timeout.
Start it.
Green's checked in for Los Angeles. Matthews comes in for Cooper. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Shot's good by James.
Once James gets the ball in close, it's game over. Put up those 2 points.
Pass to Wilkins. George outside. Over James. Hill the pass to Wilkins. Second chance effort. The putback. Great position on the putback.
Yeah, I can't tell you what a difference second chance points make in a game. That can be the factor that swings the outcome.
Los Angeles trails by 9. Got a piece of it. And here they come. Here's George. Oh, and the dunk by George.
The offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Yeah, and until the defense makes an adjustment, there's no reason to go away from what they're doing.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Here's Rodman. Over Green. And that one's on target from the wing. Rodman's got his second bucket of the night.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
And so it's Albuquerque closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. All right, let's take a look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Albuquerque.
Well, their defense has been really impressive, especially the number of blocks they've managed to get. It's not easy to keep denying guys at the rim.
They are also being so active there with their hands on defense. It's paying off with a lot of steals already tonight.
They've got Thompson, and it's Worthy in at the power forward position. And for Albuquerque, we've got Paul George, and it's Rodman in at the 4.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Hard to convert against that kind of defensive pressure.
Yeah, that's the kind of aggressive defense you always want to see on the interior.
Here's Hill. There's the shot. Oh, he misses the dunk. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Down by 15. Duncan, no good.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Cooper passes to Johnson.
Put it back.
Thompson controls the rebound and the putback.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Albuquerque calls timeout.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Well, that's the job, right? Your duty as a coach is to finesse your lineups so your guys get the best chance to succeed.
Here's Harper with the drive. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
Come on, you can't be doing that. I know these guys want to put on a show, but you can't pass up scoring opportunities.
Albuquerque leading by 13. He dunks it down.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Now here's Johnson. He's scoreless. Good on the bucket.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Here's Harper, covered by Johnson. Johnson on the wing.
Cooper.
And is blocked. In transition. Here's Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Well, great job to push it up the court with the pass, and they get a nice transition score.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over.
Coach definitely wants to talk about their interior defense, which has not been impressive.
Yeah, it's basically a layup line. You're not going to win many games if you can't offer more resistance than that.
Hook loose. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. To the paint. Worthy. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Pass to Cooper.
Yo, who got LeBron?
James deciding where to go with it.
Go! Woo!
Here's Abdul-Jabbar, guarded by Howard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ooh, Howard with a block. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Green's checked in for Los Angeles. Albuquerque leading by 15.
Watch Arenas!
Here's Arenas. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Albuquerque shooting their first free throws here for the night. The first free throw is good. Both shots good from the strike. Here's Scott. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Here's Arenas. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
They get it back. They get the rebound. Worthy. Ooh, tough possession there. They stayed with it. Just couldn't make the shot. Pass to Reed. Here's Roy. Here's King. Check by James. Takes it inside. And they'll get another chance. Here's Arenas. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Arenas has got 6 points in the quarter.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Abdul-Jabbar passes to James. Here's Worthy, guarded by Reed. Here's Abdul-Jabbar, and it's blocked right out of the air and controls it. Howard with the ball. Pass to Arenas. Take it away. Here we go with the 10-footer. Howard grabs the miss. And through the first half, a pretty... And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Here's Arenas. They've got Johnson, and it's Abdul-Jabbar in at the center position. Arenas with the bucket. Arenas has got his third basket on the night right there.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
And for Albuquerque, we've got Dwight Howard, and it's Arenas in at the point. It's good. Abdul-Jabbar's got 6. Albuquerque leading by 19. Here's Arenas. Down it goes. Jam that one home.
Oh, man, you want to talk about taking flight? That's exactly what he did, making it look effortless.
Go.
Johnson passes to Abdul-Jabbar. Here's James, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Dwight Howard picks one up.
Sometimes it's impossible trying to contain LeBron. Have to settle for fouling him and hope that he misses.
So he gets them both. Second half rolling along, about a minute played here. Goes up from the top of the key. The offensive rebound. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over.
Coach is not happy with their effort on the defensive glass. They're giving up way too many second-chance points.
Jalen Green, he's checked in for Albuquerque. 90 seconds into the second half now. And he lobs it up. Oh,
great teamwork and great timing.
Oh, spectacular play. Albuquerque leading by 21. Here's Arenas. He takes it in. Oh, okay.
Oh, my gosh.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Man, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. Pass to Worthy. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now.
Well, just doing an excellent job defensively. Using his body to disrupt the shot and then get control of the loose ball.
Here's Johnson. Oh, Johnson slams it in.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
It's deflected. In transition, here they come. Here's Duncan.
Oh, wow.
Action on the break has fueled them tonight. They're winning the transition battle.
Yeah, they did a great job of controlling the pace throughout the game and keeping the defense on their heels.
Here's Rodman. 6 points for him. Got a hand on it. Oh, they get a hand on it. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Out of bounds. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession. And Los Angeles is making a change here. Scott's checked in.
Yo, Magic.
Right around 3 minutes into this second half. James, the kick out to Johnson.
Help out!
It's stolen. And that one's good. Green.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this.
Precision pass into the post. Well-earned assist.
Albuquerque leading by 23. Here's King. And that one, no question, powered it down.
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. James, outside. Releases from 15. And King pulls it down. James has gone just 1 of 5 shooting from the floor. Pass to King. Oh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Albuquerque shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. Hits both from the stripe. Here's Scott. Ooh, poked away. And it's Green missing. And their biggest problem so far, taking care of the ball.
Yeah, they've made some great plays, but way too many turnovers.
Well, the efficiency is there, but not the volume. He needs to start doing this every trip down the floor to close the gap.
Albuquerque shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he drops the first. That one falls, so he hits both of them. .46 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Here's Scott. And the jumper is on the mark. Scott's got 6. Scott's gone a perfect 3 for 3 so far. Here he goes. King gets the bucket.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
King's gone 2 of 4 from the field. Pass to Green. And here is Thompson. Out to the wing. Here's Matthews. No made baskets yet.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why.
3 seconds left. Here's Stoudemire. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good.
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Well, it's good to have a player on the floor with that kind of awareness. He recognized the situation.
And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates, leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Thompson, and it's Matthews in at the point guard position. Here's Matthews, inside. Thompson, and the slam dunk by Thompson.
Did you guys see that? What an insane slam.
Man, you got to have some hang time to pull that off. Here's Green, off the drive. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. And they're on the break. Thompson gets a good look. Nice shot from the wing. Thompson's gotten 4 this quarter. And it's Green with the ball for Albuquerque. Pass to Duncan. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. The fadeaway. Here's Arenas. Offensive rebound. Out to the right wing. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. King's gone 3 of 5 from the field. Pass to Scott. And he can't get that one. And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Fades back. Reed passes to Duncan. Tries again. Chalk up 2 there. Duncan's gotten 6 of 10 from the floor. Very efficient.
Get it going.
Here's Matthews. Pass to Thompson. Here's Scott. Here's Rambis. Green covering. Thompson outside. 6 to shoot. To the middle.
Oh, great teamwork right there.
Hey, you got to love the finish. Bringing it down with some attitude. When you're casual with the ball, it can
You and hurt you. They really need to tighten it up.
releases. No good. A bit long that time. On offense, here's Albuquerque. Here's Arenas. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. So both teams making some changes here. Here's Matthews. Pass to Thompson. It's tipped. And here's George to the wing on the left. Fires top of the key, and he gets the jumper to drop. Reed's gotten his first basket of the night. All right, a look at how the hustle game has been going for Albuquerque.
Well, their shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You got to love that intensity.
And you also have to respect the pride they take in playing defense. They've been able to get some takeaways with their activity level.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. And the first one at the line is good. He's perfect from the line this time. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Got a piece of it, and here's the fast break. He's all alone. Clanks the dunk off the rim.
Yeah, he might want to avoid looking over at the bench for a little bit here. A missed dunk like that is infuriating to a coach.
Scott passes to Matthews. Pass to Brikowski. George outside. Here's Harper. Wide open look. Here's Harper. Goes back up. Now here's Reed. Tries yet again. They get it back. Here's Howard. Offensive rebound. Hill for three. Sinks it from distance.
That's a fantastic feed right there. Kicking it out for the good look. Plays like this really help team chemistry.
Here's Scott. And again, unable to change momentum here. Back to George.
Hey, Reed!
17 seconds left in the final quarter. Gets a very good look and converts.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Brikowski, the pass to Scott. Here's Brikowski to the wing, right side. Oh, the block! Just stops it cold and takes possession. So Albuquerque wins it. This one wasn't even...
Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. Now the starting group for the visitors.
All right.
We've got Chamberlain. Curry is out there with Klay Thompson. Then it's Durant, and it's Green in at the 4. And for Albuquerque, Rodman is out there with Duncan. Then it's George. Then there's Jalen Green. And it's Hill in at the 2-guard.
Hey, come on, grab it. That's mine.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Duncan.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
And here's Curry who brings it up for the Warriors.
Durant.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on George.
And you know with Curry, what impresses me most is his efficiency. That's not something we normally see in a high-volume jump shooter.
Young fella. Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Curry can't get it to go.
Get on George.
Here's Green, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Green. That is his first foul of the game. We're about 1 minute into the first. Curry with it. Now Green defending. Curry can't get it to go. Deep 2 from Hill. Rodman passes to Hill. Second chance shot. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he loose on that one.
And the shot is good.
There's a competitive edge to Draymond Green's game that makes him willing to try to score it on the interior. That's pretty.
Deep 2 from Hill. Outside for George. Wants to get it to Duncan, and does. Shoots over Chamberlain, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
Thompson, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Well, this guy puts so much pressure on every opponent they face. Klay Thompson can score from anywhere on the floor.
Here's Green. Rebounded by Wilt Chamberlain. Green's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Lobbed up there for Green. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Here's Curry. And it's good, 2 points.
Curry understands how to take a hit, prepares for it, and makes the necessary adjustment.
Duncan right side. Shoots over Chamberlain. Duncan with the bucket. Duncan's got his second bucket.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And now the first timeout called here for Albuquerque.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
Looking at who's out there now for Albuquerque. Dwight Howard. He's checked in for Duncan. Reed comes in for Rodman. Roy's checked in for Hill. And Wilkins subbed in for Green. The putback. Out to Thompson. Pass to Pachulia. It's stolen by Wilkins. And here we go, Albuquerque. Fast break. They get it back. Pass to Roy. Here we go. And Brandon Roy with the slam.
Yeah, the NBA is a league of the best athletes in the world. But Brandon Roy, this guy is the elite of the elite.
Here's Livingston. Out to Thompson. Livingston looking for the opening. Back to Thompson. The try. Wilkins grabs the miss. And so here's Albuquerque. George.
Now, Paul George with the absolute tight handle, able to navigate through traffic. That's ridiculous.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And some changes here for the Warriors. McGee, he's checked in for Pachulia. And it's West in for Draymond Green. And it's Livingston with the ball for the Warriors. Trailing by 2. The dish to McGee. Back to Livingston. To the middle. McGee's shot is off.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Passes it to McGee. West outside. There's the pass to Thompson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Howard. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Can we give Klay Thompson some credit here? There's a number of ways to score off the pick and roll, and he's got every one at his disposal.
Shot's good by Wilkins.
Oh, nice drive there to get to the bucket using some of that terrific agility that he possesses.
For 3, Durant. Dominique Wilkins comes up with the rebound. Misses from close range.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Albuquerque out in front, up 4. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what stands out to you from Albuquerque in this one so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
So with Durant sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Green. Thompson is out there with Curry. Then there's Chamberlain, and it's Barnes in at the 3 slot. Fires at the elbow. And that one, good. Kings got lead up to 6 now for Albuquerque.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Pass to Barnes.
Come to me.
Chamberlain down low. He's against Stoudemire. Offensive rebound. And the wide open shot from Green. No good with the triple. Albuquerque leading by 6. Here's Arenas going inside. Tries to keep it alive. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound. And Albuquerque making a change here. Duncan's checked in. And the Warriors also making a change. Looney's checked in. Harper against Curry. Curry on the drive. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here.
Chamberlain!
And the Warriors with possession here. 6-point lead. Green. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
How good is Green at drawing solid contact? He plays with a ton of heart. He's really good at making the defense commit.
Both free throws good from Green. And Albuquerque with the possession. Goes up at the stripe. Harper against Curry. King outside, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. Dennis Rodman. He's checked in for Gilbert Arenas. And the Warriors also making a change. KD's checked in for Looney. The kick out to Harper. Shot clock at 6. Here's Rodman. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Now the Warriors moving it up. It's tipped. And here we go, Albuquerque fast break. Here's Duncan. Almost, but it rolls out.
The fadeaway, not a terrible idea, but he needs to make the game easier on himself. He's overcomplicating things. Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound.
He's going to throw his arm out trying to make a pass of that length.
Grant Hill, he's checked in for Albuquerque. It's been a little while since they've been in the lead.
And that's why this is such an important possession for them.
Curry can't get it to go. And Albuquerque with the possession. Stoudemire. And a jam by Stoudemire.
And talk about a mobile big man. Stoudemire with unbelievable upside.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Timeout.
Good timing. They're really struggling offensively.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
And Albuquerque making a change here. Green's checked in. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Thompson looking for an opening.
Watch him.
Rodman against Green. Just trying to shoot. And Chamberlain with the stuff.
Yeah, Green loves tearing your defense apart by making great passes and executing on offense.
Duncan trying to break loose. Harper's shot's good. And Albuquerque leads by 4. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. Poked away. Harper with the steal. Here's Green driving in. They get the rebound. Deep 2 from Hill. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Shooting one.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Albuquerque.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break. Taking those chances, playing with great pace.
And it's Durant missing. Albuquerque leading by 7. Rodman outside, and that's good for 2.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. That's a thing of beauty.
And here in the second quarter of action as we play. And Green slams it in.
Oh, how about the execution inside by Green? He's excellent at knowing when to attack down low.
Here's Hill. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Hill's got 5 points now in the quarter. On offense, here are the Warriors. Outside, Green. Here's Curry. Green against Green. Clock at 6. Oh, nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Hill. And that's Hill with the jam.
He's such an incredible defender. Duncan, so clever and coming up there with the steal to ignite the break.
Here's Curry. Livingston with it. Pass to Chamberlain.
Screen. Yo, baseline. Oh!
Rodman with the rebound. Albuquerque leading by 11. Here's Duncan. The dunk by Duncan.
Yeah, and at 7-1, Duncan is a problem in the paint. Outstanding with his extension there, just hammering it home.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Outside Curry. Curry gets inside and lays it in.
Great work inside by Curry there. So clever and composed in the paint.
11 seconds left in the second quarter. That was something else.
Have mercy.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. So we've reached the end of the... And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You gotta like what Grant Hill has done in this game.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far, the defense has not been able to counter it.
They've got Hill. Rodman is out there with Duncan. Then it's George, and it's Harper in at the point guard position. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Yeah, the quiet intensity that Duncan brings, just incredible. He's a consistent force whose teammates really look up to.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
McGee, he's checked in for the Warriors. Harper, no good.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
I got ball.
Rodman in the post, guarded by Curry. George with the bounce pass. The 11-footer, and they pick up 2. Duncan's got the lead up to 14 now for Albuquerque.
Duncan with that innate ability to shoot the basketball.
And Thompson kicks to Curry. Passes it to KD. They grab their own miss. McGee, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And this is something this guy takes pride in, capitalizing on second chance opportunities.
Driving the lane.
Timeout. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Jalen Green's checked in for Ron Harper. Pachulia, he's checked in for the Warriors. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Green. That'll be his second foul of the game. "90 seconds now into the second half. Durant.
Well, not only is he a tremendous athlete, but Paul George is a terrific positional defender. He just uses that body so well to contest shots.
Here's the Warriors with the ball. They trail by 14. Here's Green. And no good. Great D that time from Green. Pulls up. And there's Grant Hill on the assist from Duncan. Hill's got 11 points.
I love a big man who can pass. Great instincts. Duncan finds the open man there for the bucket.
Outside Curry. This one for 3. Another 3 from Steph Curry. This guy is unreal.
The D giving him a little bit of space beyond the three-point line, and that's all the room he needs.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Absolutely no mercy right now from Kevin Durant in transition. Those long strides, that's an easy bucket.
Duncan against Pachulia. Duncan with the bucket.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort. Not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
Stephen Curry, what a shooter.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
All new players now for Albuquerque. Then for the Warriors, Chamberlain's checked in for Pachulia. And it's Livingston in for Draymond Green. A moment for an injury report.
Thanks, Kevin. I just talked with the Warriors' head athletic trainer. I've been told that it's a pulled bicep and that he's currently not able to straighten out his arm. And as you can see, he's already back on the court. How about that, Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Hopefully everything works out for him. The Warriors making a switch here. Green's checked in. 1:44 left in the third.
Hey, D up on Clay.
Thompson for 3. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Chamberlain got 6 points.
And I'll tell you, the combination of agility
And just showing off for the crowd a little bit there. Roy enjoys putting on a show.
Curry looking it over. 1:12 left to play in the third. The shot, no good. Albuquerque leading by 9. Here's King. Here we go.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
And that's the explosive ability of King. He's going to go out there in attack mode, always playing the game at full throttle.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Warriors.
Hey!
Curry on the wing.
Ball up!
And the three off target. Here's Roy.
Oh, and one!
That's good, and Arenas with the assist. Arenas has got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, never shy about mixing it up inside. Roy, a great finish.
The pass to Chamberlain, and he comes up with the deuce. Chamberlain got 4 this quarter.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot. But right now, this guy is cooking.
Arenas picked up by Thompson.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
It's his first trip to the line. And the first one drops.
That's all you.
And both free throws good for Arenas. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside, Green. He kicks it to Chamberlain. Pass to Durant. 6 to shoot. The shot missing. Roy with some nice D. Oh! And that one is stuffed right through.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
And so it's Albuquerque. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels. And it's gotten them up big. We've got more in store for you right after this. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Albuquerque leading by 15, setting the floor for the Warriors. Curry is out there with Klay Thompson. Then there's Chamberlain. Then there's Draymond Green. And it's KD in at the 3 spot. Thompson misses. Thompson's gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field here. Wilkins. Oh, and the dunk by Wilkins.
How about the high-flying acrobatics by Wilkins on that? Yeah, they call him the human highlight film.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
Curry outside. And it's Reed pulling it down. Curry's gone 5 of 13 from the floor. That's below 40%. And taken away by Arenas. George up top. For 3.
Grab that.
Arenas dishes to Wilkins.
Hey.
It's good, and Arenas with the assist. Arenas has got his 5th assist in this one. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Albuquerque.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
They've also been scoring on the break with how difficult it is to get shots in the half court. Anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. Thompson passes to Chamberlain. Chamberlain with the stuff.
And that's just too easy. The size, strength, length. No way to stop Chamberlain once he gets the ball in that close.
So it's the Warriors now. 17-point game. KD can't get it to go. And Albuquerque with the possession. Here's George. Albuquerque again can't hit it. George has gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Jumps up. Durant soaring in for the deuce.
Easy money for the Slim Reaper. Nice finish.
Arenas against Curry. Fires the 3. And Gilbert Arenas with the 3.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
And he knocks down the first one. Duncan, he's checked in for Albuquerque. And he can't hit the second. Albuquerque leading by 17. Here's Wilkins. And it's Wilkins finishing it off.
And he just possesses that ability to wow the crowd every time he steps on the hardwood. They don't call him a human highlight for nothing.
Back to Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Offensive rebound. Here's Duncan. Yep, that one goes in there. And Albuquerque leads by 19.
And how about the timing from Duncan on the glass, getting there to collect that offensive rebound and the putback.
And stolen by Arenas. Curry with a nice D.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Sinks the triple. Curry's got 18 points now here in the second half.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but he can still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
It's Durant on the wing. All alone. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
The confidence of Kevin Durant. He gets it and takes the shot. Very simple. Catch and shoot, baby.
Now a timeout called by Albuquerque. They lead by 14. There's 1:38 left in the fourth. And now let's present our New Balance player of the game, Tim Duncan.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance.
Screen coming.
On its way from Curry for 2. The offensive rebound, the second chance effort, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Green against Curry. 1:07 left to play in the final quarter. Green drives in, kicks it to George. 5 on the clock, over Thompson. That's good for George on the assist from Green.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
KD finds Thompson. Connects from 3-point range.
This is what you call a dead-eye 3-point perimeter shooter. Klay Thompson doing work.
34 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Green. Hill left side. "18 feet away, and he knocks it down.
And because of his ability to attack the rim, Hill can use that mid-range jumper as a great second option. Keeps defenders honest when he's knocking that down.
Chamberlain kicks to Green. Pass to Durant. Now, here is Chamberlain. And so Albuquerque takes the win. And the Welcome to 2K Sports live Saturday night coverage of the NBA. Thanks for tuning in. In this game, we'll see Albuquerque against the Grizzlies. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be joining us from the sideline. So let's take a look at the starters for Albuquerque. They've got Hill. Rodman is out there with Paul George. Then there's Duncan. And it's Green in at the 1. With Randall. That's Tony Allen. Then it's Conley. And it's Gay in at the 3 spot.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Pass to Allen. And then Allen slams it in.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Kept alive. Outside, Rodman. Over Randall. Rodman with another miss.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Here's Hill. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Now here's Conley. Outside for Gasol. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randolph.
And, you know, for a big man, Gasol's got great urgency to his play. I love the quick action on that jumper.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
And so Allen will bring it up now for Memphis. It's a 3-point game. Pass to Gasol. Dishes it to Conley. Stolen by Duncan. Down low. Here's Hill. Kicks it out to Rodman.
Hey, yo, right here.
Steps back and shoots. George dishes to Hill. Good ball movement here by Albuquerque. Goes back up.
That's all you.
Grant Hill on the wing. Outside, Green. Here's Rodman. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, yes type of shot.
Gay gets to Conley. Rebound by Albuquerque.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And that's what you have to do. Protect the house.
Hill drives in. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Hill's got 8 points.
Love a big man who can pass. Great instincts. Duncan finds the open man there for the bucket.
And the Grizzlies call their first time out of the game.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Yeah, I like the timeout here. The coaching staff needs to get these guys regrouped and refocused.
Some changes for Albuquerque. Howard's checked in for Hill. And it's Harper in for Jalen Green. There's 1:54 left in the first. And they double up Gasol. A shot by Randolph. Nobody around. The Grizzlies with another miss. Randolph's gone 1 of 3 on the night.
Who's got Howard?
Pass to Harper. Over Conley. Harper, no good. And it's Randolph with the ball for the Grizzlies. They trail by 1. Gasol, no good. Here's George. George with the jam.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
Here's Conley. We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter. They need this one. Duncan with the block. George against Allen. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Solid play there from PG, absorbing the contact, but staying with that shot for the and one.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. That's good from George. There's 53 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Conley surveying the D. Here's Gay. Here's Gasol. Rebound by Albuquerque. Here's Duncan. There's it's a great finish.
Oh, my.
Oh, he is firing his guys up now. Sweet dunk from Duncan. Mesmerizing.
Memphis trails by 8. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of the game, you have to stay hydrated.
Now here's Conley. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Randolph gets to Allen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Conley. Kicks it out to Gay. Over Rodman. The Grizzlies with another miss. George up top. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Albuquerque out in front. They lead by 8. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what stands out to you from Albuquerque in this one so far?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been the priority.
We've got Gasol. Tony Allen is out there with Conley. Then there's Randolph. And it's Gay in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Here's George. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Arenas against Conley. Gay outside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Willis Reed.
And the thing about Rudy Gay, you never know when he's going to have a night where he just explodes. He's one of those guys that can just score in bunches.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throws of this game. First free throw is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Here's Duncan, and Gasol sends it back. Randolph passes to Gay. That's in, coming off an assist from Randolph. Gay's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And I like the energy of Gay, especially inside. He's incredible at getting to his spots in the paint.
And it's good for 2.
Well, maybe the defense thinks they can live with that, but he's pretty consistent from that mid-range area.
Memphis trails by 6. Lob pass to Gasol. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Back to George. George finishing it off.
And holding nothing back there. George gives the dunk his all.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Here's Gay. Gasol with the dunk.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. Oh, the flush.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
Arenas.
It's fun to just watch Arenas play. He's electric, has his own style, and what an explosive play right there.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, they just have to be more patient. Less forcing and more passing.
Some changes for Albuquerque. Stoudemire comes in for Reed, and it's Hill in for Gilbert Arenas. Here's Conley. Shot from the inbound, and it's sent back by Hill. And so the ball is out of bounds. Wilkins touched it last. And so it's Memphis with it. 8-point game. Allen with it. Guarded now by Duncan. Allen in the post. Hill's there. Allen's shot is off. Here's Wilkins. Drive. And Wilkins slams it in.
And he just possesses that ability to wow the crowd every time he steps on the hardwood. They don't call him the human highlight for nothing.
Conley, the pass to Allen. Now here's Randolph. Guarded by Stoudemire. Randolph against Stoudemire. Just 5 on the clock. Nobody, no game. And again, Memphis no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Hill. Oh, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
And for a rookie, Stoudemire's got a great feel for the game. He'll spot the open man when it's there.
Now here's Conley.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
That one good for 2. Conley's got 5.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. They're successful working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And making it look easy right now. When Hill finds his rhythm, well, he keeps in attack mode.
It's Gay on the way. Rebound by Albuquerque. Here's George. And George with the stuff.
He just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flows.
And so it's Memphis with it, following the score by Albuquerque. Conley kicks to Randolph. To the paint. That's in, and the Albuquerque lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Gasol.
And he knows how to make good use of his size in that low block. And Gasol's inside game is very refined. There's a smoothness to how he approaches it.
Now, here's Wilkins. They get it back. Duncan. Here's George. He dishes it to Wilkins. Second shot opportunity. George with the bucket. George has got the lead up to 14 now for Albuquerque.
And definitely a shot George willing to take. His stroke makes it easy work for him.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. And the pass to George. Stoudemire trying to free. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
Good on the second free throw. And here's Gasol. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies.
Yo, set it up.
Outside Conley. Lob pass to Gasol. No good on that one.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Paul George, he's been the guy. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from George.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
Well, they've got to build a wall immediately because he'll just keep attacking like that if they don't.
And so in the game for Albuquerque, George is out there with Rodman.
It's a great finish! Oh, my.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Allen finds Randolph.
Hey, get Conley!
Green against Conley. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Conley's got 7.
And never one to force the issue. Conley smoothly knocks that down.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Dennis Rodman. That is his first foul of the game. And Albuquerque making a change here. And here is Allen. Kicks to Conley. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Randolph passes to Gasol.
Hey, yo, right here. Give me that.
You can't hit that time. Good work defensively by Stoudemire. Outside Roy. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gay.
A willingness to get physical. Roy takes the hit and still gets off the shot.
Albuquerque shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. And he makes the first. Grant Hill, he's checked in for Albuquerque. Roy hits them both.
And you have to appreciate the work ethic that Roy has. A true gym rat. And this guy just wants to get better.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Outside Gasol. Randolph finds Conley. Over Roy. Gasol trying to free himself up. Good D by Roy.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Yeah, that's the kind of aggressive defense you always want to see on the interior.
Outside, Green. Good, the assist goes to Hill. Green's got 4 this quarter.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
First trip to the line for him here. That's good from Conley. Some changes for Albuquerque. Reedy's checked in for Stoudemire. Arenas comes in for Grant Hill. And it's Harper in for Jalen Green. Albuquerque leading by 15. On the wing, Brandon Roy. He's covered by Gay. Roy. The Grizzlies pull it in. Randolph's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Gasol. Finished off the break. 8 points for Marc Gasol.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set. Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Harper against Conley. Gay outside. Puts it up from 17. Rebound by Albuquerque. Here's Roy.
And once Roy takes that first step, the defense knows trouble is on the way, and then he's just able to slice right through them.
Got a piece of it, and stolen by Arenas. And the jam by Arenas.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang!
That transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
Outside Harper.
Hey, yo, I need some help. Watch the screen.
And 101 left in the third. It doesn't go for him. Memphis trails by 14. And Conley gets it to go. The assist by Randolph. Randolph's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Yeah, Conley knows where his team needs him to be in transition, taking full advantage of the fast break opportunity.
46 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Conley against Harper. To the middle. It's Allen, top of the key, and there's the whistle, 3-second violation.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
Arenas can't hit.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Here's Reed. And the dunk by Reed.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Here's Conley driving to the basket and finished off by Conley.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard with that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
Drops it in from 14 feet away. 6 points for Jalen Green.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, this is how you shut the door, right? You keep making good shots and you build the lead.
And so it's Albuquerque in command. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, he's a consummate floor general, surveying the defense and delivering the pass on time and on target.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Conley out there with Allen. Then there's Rudy Gay. Then there's Gasol. And it's Randolph in at the 4 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. He kicks to Conley.
Screen coming. Screen coming. Switch.
Back to Randolph. A shot that time, not on target. Great D that time from Howard. Here's Hill. Makes it off the glass. Hill's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Albuquerque.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
You gotta love watching Gay just soar through the air. An amazing dunker who just relishes these opportunities.
Feeds it to Reed. And the dunk by Reed.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. Memphis trails by 18. Outside Conley. Passes to Randolph. And stolen by Howard. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. And Green slams it in.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop. He's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
I like seeing Conley look for his shot because it puts defenses in compromising situations.
Some changes for Albuquerque. Stoudemire, he's checked in for Howard. And it's Roy in for Grant Hill. Here's King, and there's the drive. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And what I like about King, he doesn't try to get flashy or fancy. He only cares about being effective. And he goes out there and just takes care of business. And in the end, the points just pile up.
And it's Conley with the ball for the Grizzlies. To the wing right side. Here's Randolph. Back to Conley. And the rejection by Stoudemire.
And the rookie has some reach. Stoudemire gritty on the defensive side of the floor.
The defense will take that miscommunication. Not even close.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Here's Conley. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Jalen Green.
Clearly a foul.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Albuquerque?
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And also, they are working the opposition from the mid-range, continuing to fire away with confidence from there.
And the shot goes down.
Timeout.
8 points for Brandon Roy.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack your bags.
Memphis trails by 20. Outside Conley puts up a deep three. And there's Gay. That's good on the assist from Conley. Conley's got 3 assists tonight.
Gotta admire the fast release of Gay. Once he has the ball in his hands, he's looking to shoot.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Memphis with the ball. Now here's Conley. Gay up top. He's covered by Roy and finished off by Gasol.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much elevation for Gasol to throw one down, of course, unless somebody's standing right in his way. That dunk is going to be easy money for him.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game. Well, he can get you the ball in a number of ways, that time with a great bounce pass.
1:44 left to play here. The fourth.
Yo, get on mine.
Conley against Green. And the rejection by Stoudemire. Here's King. Gasol pulls it in. Memphis trails by 19. Here's Conley.
And one.
Rebound by Albuquerque. Stoudemire's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Roy. Go inside. And then Roy with the jam.
Yeah, the NBA is a league of the best athletes in the world. But Brandon Roy, this guy is the elite of the elite.
We've got 1:13 left in the game. Roy's gone a terrific 6 of 8 shooting from the floor. Back to Allen.
Hey, Gasol.
Rebound by Albuquerque.
Yeah, credit the defense there, not allowing the easy layup.
Shots good by Green.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this win.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And the first one at the line is good. Some changes for Albuquerque. Howard comes in for Reed. And Gilbert Arenas subbed in for Jalen Green. Roy hits them both. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Conley, the pass to Gasol. No good, unable to end this run.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And that's what you have to do. Protect the house. He's shooting a high percentage, but not taking enough shots, in my opinion. He needs to be more aggressive on offense.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And we don't talk about guys like Tony Allen enough. Defense-first players, but they're key if you want to win games in this league.
And Allen drops them both. Now off the inbound, and there's Gilbert Arenas on the assist by Stoudemire.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting them.
And so Albuquerque takes the win. This one...
Hey, heads up! Yeah, way to grab it!
You got Joe.
Box out! Come to me, come to me! Come on, tee up on it!
Go!
Yep, train that, baby! Take that! Hey, balance it out! And one! Take that one! Take that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Get that. Who's that ball?
No baseline!
Oh. Yeah, that's all you! Hey, yo, right here!
Wallace! Watch it up top. Rotate up. Here we go. On top.
I see him, I see him.
Help.
Shooting,
Here we go.
get in. Way to get it.
Here we go. The ball!
Cross screen,
Get over it!
Shut up!
You even trying out here?
Watch that shooter! Oh, get there! Keep moving!
Watch it up top.
Hey, get that! Put it back! Pop it! Box out, fellas! Come on, box him out, man!
Go!
Yep. Hey, yo, right here!
Ball!
Yeah, baby! Downstream. I'm through. Shot up! Yep. Close. Hey! There you go, push it!
Hey, watch Tim!
Hey, help!
Corner, back screen, I got you!
Oh, yo, right here! Oh, kill him! I'm back. I got back. Skip! Yeah, that's all you, man! Box out! Watch it!
Go! Yep. The ball! Watch it up top. Watch it cover. Get the ball.
Pick coming! You got double. Back cross. Rebound! Grab that! Get it! Give me that! Come on, same team! Hey, yo, right here, baby! Hey! Get that!
Sit down! That's what it is! Guys! Watch it, watch it, watch it. You got it!